I heard this news with complete shock and extreme disappointment. I felt that it's an insult to our people to feed them with elephant meat. Zimbabweans generally don't eat elephants, but also from a conservation point of view, I felt the move is completely unjustified. There is no scientific explanation for some of the reasons they give, like culling of the elephants to control, the human-wildlife conflict and all those things. So I was very disappointed because I know a lot of people that work in the tourism sector who are complaining that the elephant population is actually declining. And now we are told that more elephants must be killed. And I think it's a cause for concern.
Yeah, even if this plan were to go ahead, would it make much of a difference in alleviating hunger among the millions who are food insecure?
That's why I say it's actually an insult to our people, because what people need in Zimbabwe in terms of famine is grain, not wild meat. And the government has got enough resources to buy grain, which is our staple. So killing 200 elephants to feed 7 million people who are food insecure, it's ridiculous. We need grain. That's the food that Zimbabweans eat. And our leaders are not part of those who are going to be fed with the elephant meat. That's why I say it's an insult to the people of Zimbabwe, because many people are hearing it for the first time, that they can turn to elephant meat in terms of famine.
So you believe this has nothing to do with feeding people, these plans. What knock-on effects do you think culling these elephants would have on the animals' population and the environment?
Well, there are a lot of effects that may come out of this. Number one, elephants, they live as families. They are very emotional creatures. They have very sharp memory and very intelligent. When you kill one elephant, expect the head to react. So, in as much as they are saying they are culling the elephants to de-escalate human-wildlife conflict, they are actually escalating the human-wildlife conflict, because once the elephants watch another elephant being killed, they are going to revenge on the neighboring communities. And then in terms of conservation, a lot of, elephants can also be refugees. They run away from areas of danger and move to areas where they feel secure. So it's going to affect the safari operators. Game drives are going to be very difficult because elephants will run deep into the forest. And the Kaza region we are talking about, it's more than 35,000 square kilometers. So elephants will always find other safe places to go to. And in the end, Zimbabwe is going to be a loser, because our tourism industry, which is one of the pillars of our economy, is going to suffer.
And what has been the reaction among Zimbabweans to the proposal to cull elephants for meat?
Well, the opinion has been divided. They've used strong propaganda, like to say our people are being killed by elephants, so we need to protect people from elephants. Not many people have gone deeper to really look at the reason why there is this escalation of human-wildlife conflict, which is actually a human problem, whereby they are setting up settlements close to national parks. They are invading the buffer zones between human settlements and wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. So many, to the ordinary person who does not really appreciate what's going on in this wildlife conflict, they feel that the government is doing the right thing. But to those who have been following, including involvement of some politicians in poaching and illicit trade in ivory, they are asking more questions to say, what's the real motive behind this culling of elephants?
Meanwhile, of course, citizens are having a difficult time with the drought that's going on. What are some of the other ways officials are dealing with the situation? What is everyday life like for people in affected areas?
I think in rural areas, the drought situation is getting a bit extreme. We have reached the height of the dry season right now. So a lot of water sources have dried up, food has been depleted. So the situation is quite dire, especially in rural areas. And of course, there are many options which the government must explore. One of it, of course, is to appeal for food aid. The world has got food surplus. So what's needed is the logistics to get the food to where it's needed most. So I think they need to work together with the World Food Program, including development partners, so that they can appeal for food aid and also have a little bit of a long-term solution, because killing 200 elephants, we tried to calculate how many people will benefit. I think maybe about 5,000 people will get 1 kg of meat each. So we need to know that this drought will end maybe in April next year. So we need a bit of a long-term and more sustainable solution to this.
Really good to talk. Farai Maguwu, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.